Hello everyone, my name is Sandra. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is a major Arcana tarot reading, focusing on the Empress card. We will explore guidance from your inner Empress through 4 questions. From left to right, there are 3 options to choose from. Please keep an open heart and an open mind to choose your group. I'll see you in your reading. Hello Group 1, welcome to your reading. First, let's take a look at which area of life requires more gentleness and nurturing from you. The cards we have are New Moon in Virgo and a Fool. As soon as the Virgo's energy appears, it relates to health condition, including physical, mental, emotional, and financial well-being. It doesn't necessarily mean your current health is poor, but the Fool card tells me that you're about to embark on a new adventure. For some, this could be revisiting a past adventure that was unsuccessful or abandoned. This means it's time to reevaluate your current health status and whether your lifestyle is suitable for this new journey. The Fool encourages us to travel light. Other than your inner truth, you actually don't need to carry anything. Relating this to the Empress energy, your needs can be replenished at any time and in abundance. You must deeply believe that this truth resides within you. The New Moon in Virgo card says now it's time to give rather than take. Think about your vision for your new life. Whatever you want to harvest, you must first sow. Virgo represents the archetype of healer and servant. When you become the provider of the resources you desire, you naturally attract those resources to yourself. Contemplate this carefully. Is it the chicken or the egg first? Your logical mind won't ease your confusion, but believe your inner truth can. If you yearn for freedom, begin by granting it to others. Even some people or situations you disagree with, or don't understand them, or can't connect with them, allow them to exist. Trust the universe's arrangement. Replace doubt with your faith. When you give yourself fully, you receive your full self in return. Now let's look at what you're ready to birth or create. The cards we have are New Moon in Taurus and the Sun card. Such wonderful energies. Are you feeling uplifted yet? Actually, I sense that some of you might still feel a little disconnected or out of sync even seeing such positive cards, and that's okay. But everything's getting better. Your energy is restored, and with that, your creativity, vitality, sense of security and self-worth, and material abundance are also rising. The New Moon in Taurus card says prosperity lies ahead, so the love you yearn for will come true. You just need clear goal and a plan. The Sun card tells me that you will discover a kind of hidden treasure, and for some, this treasure appears just when you feel defeated or have lost confidence. It could come in the form of material wealth, a hidden talent you uncover, or even the birth of new life. To you, it might seem unbelievable, like a miracle, but actually, this treasure was arranged long ago by the universe, perhaps even before you were born, or maybe by a past life paving the way for your current one. You are truly blessed with good fortune, Group 1. Some of you may have once despised your genetics and feel unlucky, but now you undergo a dramatic shift in how you view yourself. What once embarrassed you may become a source of pride. Another message from the Taurus New Moon is this: what you already have now is something others deeply yearn for. So cultivate gratitude for what you already have. And now let's look at what may be blocking the manifestation of your abundance. The cards we have are Full Moon in Capricorn and the Queen of Wands. The appearance of Capricorn energy tells me you may have perfectionist tendencies. Unlike Virgo, who seeks to improve systems that aren't working well, Capricorn wants to reach the highest. It's the sign that sits at the very top of the zodiac chart. When Capricorn energy becomes imbalanced, it can lead to overexerting yourself in the beginning but lacking stamina later on. I sense that many of you have suffered in the past, sometimes even putting yourself through an unnecessary hardship. Some may have Saturn forming hard aspects with personal planets in your natal charts, which creates restrictions or unmet needs in the functions those planets represent. Combined with the Queen of Wands, your life feels paradoxical, both orderly and chaotic, restrained yet impulsive, patient yet irritable. The Queen of Wands is a powerful figure, but when misaligned, you may be playing with fire, experimenting with the mastering, especially in terms of pacing and control. And because of the perfectionism, when you lose control of a situation, instead of adjusting your strategy, you might fully discredit yourself, thinking you are unfit or lack the necessary qualities. So here's the key. Plan ahead and allow for a deviation at each stage. Be flexible with the pace. This will make your journey much smoother. Learn how to play, make use of your talents, instead of constantly criticizing or denying them. And finally, let's see how you can align with your inner Empress energy. The cards we have are the Void of Course Moon and the Nine of Wands. First, notice the things you fear most won't happen. And second, keep an open heart. Abundance often manifests in ways beyond our understanding, meaning at that moment, you might not recognize something as a gain or a stroke of good luck. But if you look deeper, you'll reach a different conclusion. You don't need to define what abundance is. Just learn to play with fire and see what is born from the flames. The Nine of Wands reminds you again to be mindful of pacing and intensity in your actions. Although the Empress represents feminine energy, some physical movements can also help channel and unblock her energy, such as camping, hiking, breathwork, or Pilates. If anyone's interested in pole dancing, and that's also a great option. Okay, Group 1, wishing you all the best. See you next time. Hello, Group 2, welcome to your reading. First, let's look at which area of life you need to invest more gentleness and nurturing. The cards we have are Full Moon in Taurus and the Priestess. You are being called to pay more attention to your material life, especially your cash flow. Group 2 gives me the impression of being quite lucky, and many of you already know that you are the lucky type. Sometimes, the moment you start thinking about something, the resources you need seem to appear out of nowhere, almost like magic. However, this good fortune can occasionally become a double-edged sword, making you overly idealistic and less cautious about reality. You know you are fortunate, but also that you can be dreamy and ungrounded. When luck is on your side, there's no problem, but when luck runs out, life can become chaotic, and you may have a psychological gap. And this gap often shows up when the filter drops and you must face reality, even if your instinct is to escape. But life no longer offers that option. The only way out is to work through it. And right now, you need to ground yourself and manage your life more practically. While you are used to a magical lifestyle, everyone must eventually grow by taking responsibilities and ending patterns of laziness. The Empress card you chose represents our ideal inner mother. She loves us unconditionally and offers not just blessings and trust, but also practical daily care. You can feel her love in her actions, and her long-term planning provides a deep sense of safety. And these are exactly the things you must now provide for yourself. From the Full Moon in Taurus card, some of you need to reassess your savings. Saving money is a lifestyle habit, just like going to bed early and waking early. Others need to reconsider how you allocate your resources and avoid wasting them on unnecessary people or matters. Group 2, you have a dream to fulfill, and every step you take now will have a long-lasting impact on your future. And now let's see what you're ready to birth or create. The cards we have are Blue Moon and Eight of Wands. These two cards once again confirm your good fortune. If you're feeling a little greedy and wanting many things, these cards are here to tell you that a rare opportunity is coming your way soon. It will make your dreams that once seemed impossible come true rapidly, but you must believe in it with faith. If any area of your life currently feels stagnant, don't worry, it will improve quickly. When this opportunity arrives, do not hesitate, do not procrastinate. Take immediate action because opportunities signified by the blue moon are extremely rare. For those working in creative fields, your inspiration is about to overflow. Prepare your tools, equipment, or workspace now. When inspiration hits, act immediately. Don't wait and don't delay, or the idea might vanish and be lost forever. In short, Group 2, you are blessed with good luck and keep your faith and take bold action. Now let's explore what's blocking your abundance from manifesting. The cards we have are the North Code and the Nine of Wands. And these two cards tell me that you may be fearful or resistant to stepping out of your comfort zone and committing to something long-term. As mentioned earlier, many of you are naturally lucky, so even if your current life doesn't fully satisfy your desires, it's still acceptable. You might feel that it's okay now to make changes or fulfill your life's purpose, and that's a valid personal choice. There's no right or wrong. But we know that abundance is more than just having material needs met. It also includes emotional and spiritual fulfillment. The Nine of Wands suggests that achieving this level of fulfillment might feel like climbing a mountain, but this card is not urging you to overly push yourself. Combined with the Taurus energy from earlier, your plans must include rest and pleasure. A plan without scheduled rest is not truly practical. The Nine of Wands also correspond to the Hermit. Some transformations, changes, and upgrades must be done alone, regardless whether you are in a relationship or part of a group. If you notice signs of addiction to something or unhealthy dependence on someone, understand that addiction and dependency are illusions. The belief that you can let go or do without something is false. It only arises from your reluctance to face new situations alone. But once you let go, you'll be surprised. Why didn't I do this sooner? You thought the process would be hard, but the blue moon tells you nothing is impossible, and the process is far simpler than you expected. While it's true that you don't have to leave your comfort zone, only you truly know whether you are genuinely comfortable right now. And return to the energy of the High Priestess. The answer lies within you. Finally, let's see how you can align with your inner Empress energy. The cards we have are the New Moon in Scorpio and Ten of Cups. Scorpio's energy tells me that you are truly magical beings, because death and rebirth is in itself a miracle. What you once thought was challenging, you not only overcome, but actively heal from, reaching the emotional fulfillment and joy of the Ten of Cups. Scorpio combined with the Empress tells me that when doing your inner work, please be patient with yourself, just like a mother lovingly nurtures her child. When a child makes mistakes, she doesn't scold them endlessly, even if the child repeats mistakes or suddenly can't do things they once could. She never abandons or resents them. She stays close, gently supporting them through difficult phases. And this is exactly how you should treat yourself, with patience, dedication, effort, warmth, and consistency, because you are worthy of that love. So if there is something you want to pursue or experience, go for it. Don't be afraid. I can feel that you're going to treat yourself well. Wishing all of Group 2 our very best. See you next time. Hello Group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's first take a look at which area of life requires you to invest more in gentleness and nourishment. The cards we have are New Moon in Aquarius and a King of Cups. You are being guided to manage and smartly channel your emotions to become the master of your emotional world. Actually, from this Empress card you chose, I can sense that you're very compassionate, open-hearted, and deeply empathetic. You care for the world and others with a strong sense of love and kindness. However, this deep empathy can also lead you to blur or forget your boundaries. Some of you may easily absorb others' emotions. When others are happy, you feel joy. When others are upset, you feel sorrow, often staying in those feelings for quite some time. Some of you may get swept up in other people's emotional states. When they are offensive, you panic or lose clarity, reacting impulsively by either lashing out or withdrawing. Occasionally feeling this way is fine. But if this happens frequently and you are consistently impacted for long periods, it's time to train yourself to build emotional resilience consciously. The Aquarius energy is here to remind you that when emotions run high, yours or others, it's okay to step back and observe. Detachment is required, and it's not the same as avoidance or being cold. Detachment means consciously placing yourself in an objective position, observing the emotions being communicated as if they are not being directed at you, but at a stranger. After evaluating things rationally, if the other person's emotions are reasonable, you can gently interrupt their intensity, perhaps by rephrasing their words to show you acknowledge their feelings, then inviting them into a calmer, more grounded rhythm of communication. Of course, if you determine they are being irrational or unreasonable, then the best course of action is to leave the situation. Your self-protection always comes first. You are also encouraged to regularly observe your own emotions, so you can distinguish between what is truly yours and what you absorb from others. Emotional independence is just as important as financial or spiritual independence. Now let's look at what you are now ready to birth and create. The cards we have are Full Moon in Sagittarius and Hierophant. My immediate impression is that many of you are preparing to create your own school, philosophy, institution, or community. Even if this hasn't manifested yet, the cards encourage you to dream big and take bold actions. You are meant to carry a large vision, one with the potential to influence many people globally. The Hierophant also suggests a path of spiritual or personal development lies ahead, but with the Sagittarius energy present, this journey doesn't feel heavy. It feels visionary, meaningful, even a little magical. This is something long-term, but there are also many short-term blessings already coming your way, including favorable outcomes in travel, education, publishing, certifications, legal matters, and the support of influential allies. If you're currently working on a project or creation, I sense the rewards will be greater than expected. Your return will be amplified. Most importantly, your mindset is becoming lighter and more positive, and when your inner state improves, everything around you begins to flow more smoothly. Now let's look at what's blocking your abundance from manifesting. The cards we have are New Moon in Capricorn and Five of Pentacles. The energy blocking you is a sense of pessimism and worry. Capricorn's new moon emphasizes the importance of planning, discipline, and long-term commitment. However, some of you may feel like you lack confidence or endurance, and therefore shy away from being ambitious. From these two cards, I sense that there are opportunities and helpful people in your life, but you may be missing them because you are caught in self-pity or feeling undeserving. However, combining this with the previous Sagittarius and Hierophant energy, the good news is this phase of low energy and negative thinking won't last much longer. You're going to feel more optimistic and expansive soon. Group 3. You don't need to force yourself to be cheerful, but avoid closing yourself off. Like the image on the Five of Pentacles, the key is just right there. If you lift your head and open the door, the Six of Pentacles awaits, representing support, reciprocity, and helpful people. And coming back to the Aquarius energy, remember to honor your uniqueness. Don't surprise yourself out of fear of being excluded or left out. Healthy, balanced relationships will accept and embrace your individuality. Don't underestimate your worth. The cards strongly suggest that you broaden your mindset. When your perspective is wide, you won't be so concerned about individual opinions or temporary losses. Lastly, let's explore how you can align with your inner Empress energy. The cards we have are New Moon in Aries and the Seven of Swords. Having clear intentions is key to aligning with the Empress energy. It's quite interesting. The Empress represents receptive energy, but here we see strong, young, action-oriented energy coming through. Your mentor may be someone with strong masculine energy, warm, senior, experience, who you can learn from. These two cards urge you to avoid self-deception. Only when your intentions are truly clear can the universe help you manifest abundance. When we combine the Seven of Swords with the Five of Pentacles, be mindful not to let low self-worth or scarcity thinking convince you to deny what you want. Like saying, actually, I don't care about that, or it is not important, but deep down it is. All the Moonology cards encourage you to dream boldly and ask for what you want. The Aries new moon calls you to take action, to go after your desire. Some of you might think, but Empress just sits back and everything comes to her, right? But in truth, the action being called for here is about defining the life you desire. Through journaling, planning, setting goals, and especially being courageous enough to express yourself. Let others know and let the universe know what you truly need and wish for. That's how your desires become possible. So take bold steps, be more proactive. Your future is full of promise. Okay, Group 3, wishing you all the best. Until next time.